What? A raid? This is so unexpected. I've been on the starting soon screen for 12 minutes now. This is... oh no. Well, but Swan, how was your stream? What were you what were you streaming by chance? I had no idea this would happen. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Screen Puncher. Anyone else who was dragged along the way? Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. Catch my friends streaming at night. Yeah, so, I'm Zotan. I do art. I animated the very screen that you're looking at right now. Normally, when I'm not doing that, I'm working on my comic. You can see here, and I usually look like this in a moment. There I am. That dies sometimes, but I fix it. If I'm a little bit quiet today, it's because it's 3 in the morning and people are sleeping in this house. So you get a little bit of an after-hours ASMR type beat for the moment. But today we're not going to be doing comic stuff because normally, as indicated by Swan, I stream in the middle of the day, and I slept through my normal time slot this time. So what I'm going to be doing instead is atoning for that by streaming now for, I don't know, however long I decide. I have to work now. I have one of welcome in and also welcome out. I don't have chat commands. I'm so sorry. I'm so non-professional. I wish someday I'll be a big streamer with fancy buttons. Today I had an idea instead to make myself not a liar. I would be doing some mint fan art from Potionomics because I did say I would do that within the week. So I can't be a liar any longer. It is far too late for me to put brain power into a comic page. So we're just gonna do that instead. I do need to get a reference. Just give me one moment. I had so much time to prepare, and I didn't. Isn't that so sick? How much of an idiot I am? Let me just get like a 3D model. I want to watch, but I require sleep. No worries. I understand this is probably the worst. I can only stream at bad time slots, either midday or 3 in the morning, my time. So, perfectly understood. And then I'll get this concept art, or just the 2D art. I don't freaking know, dude. What's her outfit look like here? You should stream at this time more often. No, I told you people sleep in this house. And the walls, they're not thick. They're not thin, but they're not thick. So I think it would get annoying. For mi familia. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know why I tried. Did it sound good? Anyone, any Spanish speakers want to verify? Also, you just say that because you want to raid me more often. Steal a pose from the card art. There was some card art that I was looking at. That way I can't select this. Get me out of here. The card art is also good. Yeah, let me just throw some of these over here. I'll zoom in on it so you have something to look at. Sorry, someone. I would never objectify. Unless... No. Unless, no. What else do we gotta get here? I might have my own interests in this. You might, perhaps. Oh, this is a good one. I don't know if this is official or not, but it looks pretty good. It's a good full outfit. Oh no, here's one. This is in-game model. I can just put this here. It's here, I promise. Let me just cut out the unimportant bits. Done. Dreams were fulfilled today. I'm so glad that your dreams are easily fulfilled, Swan. My dreams are like, you know, I gotta be like a billionaire by age 24, and I'm really slacking on that one. But yours, at least I could, you know, I can at least provide that sort of fulfillment for one of your dreams at the very least. I had to hold on till my dreams came true. Yeah, like what, a month? I've only been streaming for like a month and a half. Is that how long you had to wait? You had to hold on for a whole month. We worked hard for this moment. Is that so? So difficile. What are her shoes? Do I even need to? Oh, she has boots, and they look neat. Muy difícil. See, you don't speak Spanish either, I'm willing to bet. That could just be me assuming, though. This image is so small. I was like, what's that in her... Sorry, I'm dead. Her mouth, and I'm like, it's probably, you know, like mint, perhaps, like the thing that she is named for. So I got that one. I gotta move my mood board. My mint board. Sorry. So Swan, I was thinking. I did feel bad about suggesting that I get a dedicated mic so soon, seeing as I've only been streaming for like a month and a half. After you got me this one. And I was thinking that since I can't give you money through the direct channels on account of not having your donation link, I might just buy stuff off of your shop. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. So I think that would be my version of reimbursing you for quickly replacing the microphone portion of my stream with a dedicated mic. And yeah, so basically you're powerless in my domain. Don't reimburse me. I do have said, like, you're still using the headphones anyway? Yeah, but like, that won't stop my moral quandary. So, freaking, yeah, you're not upset, but I am, and my feelings matters. I am true and valid, as they say. There's no quandary, it was a game. Use it however you want. I'm making it a quandary. What was that mint card that we just saw? Unfazed. That one was neat. Anyway, changing the subject. My dreams are ruined all over again. Good. I am glad. Probably shouldn't say use it however you want. You don't know what I'm gonna do. I could send it right back, actually. I couldn't. I didn't keep the address that you sent it from, because that would be, you know, creepy. Kind of strange. Since Zotan is exercising his freedom right now, I am so free. I'm the freest I've ever been. Need to change the stream title to Swanshot hates Zotan? I could, I think. No, wait, I don't have the command for that. Can I do that while streaming? Edit your stream title. Ooh! And Zotan After Hours, and the hate is mutual. Parentheses real. Update. Here we go. Alright, let's get to freaking... Can I freaking draw? Darn you. God, give me like a sec. Please. Can't get a word in edgewise over here. True friendship. Let's see here. Getting that donate link is important for proper leverage against Swan Shrew. I don't even know what pose I'm gonna do. What's a good strong lady pose? Also, how's my music level at? That looks good. No, I don't think you have the control over this. I just send her bits when she starts to act. I like how you describe it as acting up. Legato, no. Legato, yes. I already used this against you. Don't know me. I would never misbehave. Categorically untrue. False in all senses of the word. I've seen it firsthand. Actually, you know what we can do? We can do some thumbnail poses and develop a lisp along the way. Let's try... What do we like? Swan, since you and Stove, well, Stove for recommending you the game, you for playing the game, and me witnessing it along the way, have brought the character of Mint into my life, so to speak. Sorry, voice crack is fine. Second puberty is never fun, kids. What muscle group do you think, what would you like this illustration to focus on predominantly? You thinking abdominals? You thinking back muscles? You thinking biceps? What do you like? What are we thinking here? Oh, sweat. I know. It's a hard question. How do you choose? When you start to say you're not cute, false, or not skilled, false, or not worthy of our love, most false. That's misbehavior. Yeah, so get owned, idiot. For Mint, there's a lot of mention about arms during your cutscene, so maybe the arms. We could work on the arms. We could, what's this pose? They do that. Got the bodybuilders doing, they show off these bad boys here. We could do, that's kind of like lame. I want to, oh, you know what we could do? We could do like a upward angle face here. I will go to your channel now and give bits. Behind the head, you got, oh, this one's like the lewd pose though. I don't wanna do that to the lady. Not on stream anyway. What do we got here instead? Maybe just a more traditional bicep thing? What do we got here? I'll figure out a pose one of these days, guys. I swear to God. Zotan's all together real quick. You'll see the indication of it, but you'll never find it. Oh, you know what they do? They do that side pose here. And then they just grip the bicep. I kind of like that one. What do you think? What do you think, Swan? That was kind of neat. Swan, check your stream. Are you in her offline chat sending her bits? Is that what I'm getting? Rosie Riveter pose? Yeah, that'd be a pretty good one. Oh, you know what? I should actually, Rosie Riveter. I took France. I mean French. I mean Francais. I mean Francais. One of those. Yeah, it's a derivative of that. Everything's derivative of something. It's a good one. Crying in pain. It's my turn to be on the floor. This is what you get when you try to step to me, Swan. You just get pain in return. Try to reciprocate kindness, it's going to come right back from the others you try to be friendly towards. And unfortunately for you, you know this about yourself. I don't know why you continue to be nice to people. Because they're going to be nice back to you, and you hate that. What's wrong with you? I can't send Zotan bits, so I have to give them to Swan. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Legato, for the fallout. Well, it's your fault. You did this. You have no one to blame but yourself. Her arm is so long in this. I gotta fix that. We must shower Swan in love and monetary affection. True. I'm gonna buy something from her shop just so I get this guilt off of my conscience that she insists doesn't have to be there, but it does. It is. It's too late. temper tantrum on the floor. My username is a villain, so I have to do Evil C. It's in character, Swan. You love D&D. You love people being in character. You can't even deny this fact. It's just gonna have to be how it is. Is it better with the arm more foreshortened or less foreshortened? I think more foreshortened is better here in this case. Yeah, it adds a bit more depth, TM. Not if the character is putting me in peril. That's what it's gotta do. So yeah, no loot account yet. You'll never find it, by the way. If you see someone that looks like they have a similar art style to me, it's not me. That's all I gotta say. And then you have no way to prove otherwise. Gotta let Miss Clover out. Good luck with that. Do not let her climb the trees again, for the love of God. Looking out for Zotan's alt account, you'll never find it. I'm just gonna say it right now, you'll never find it. You wanna know how I know? Because, and I don't know if she's still there, but if she is, or you guys can report back to her later, because even when I was making the account, I was using a VPN. Just on the off chance that it would even associate it with my location. So, I'm pretty much untouchable. So, I'm basically just an enigma. Mysterious secret account. It is one of those accounts, so that's why I'm not advertising it. Because that's not very, it's just not widely regarded as a cool thing to have associated with yourself. Is your spicy account. Usually you get a pseudo-identity for it. I gotta be careful with the hair, because it's so short. Like true full-on pixie cut going on here. And also it's like, it's more close cut than I'm making it out. I'm making it too shaggy is the issue. You know, you'd think for all the time that I spend looking at tomboy illustrations I would have this down by now, but I don't really draw them too often. For those of you who have seen what I do draw, I do make it a tenet of my art to have just huge hair, so forgive me if the restraint needs to be shown a bit, and I have to adjust to that. My channel icon, by the way, for example, I mean, one of my OCs, one of my first OCs, I think, that I actually gave any thought. Just huge hair. Probably the biggest hair. And ever, I think? No, there's definitely some art out there, but there's probably like a hair fetish, right? For just like having a lot of hair on the head, by the way. Let me specify. So there's probably definitely some artwork out there of someone just having so much hair. And it's probably like a thing. If I had to get, everything's a thing these days. The shoulder blade would be a little thinner on the rib cage here. You guys are lucky I didn't let the intrusive thoughts win, by the way. I was half considering, even though it is 3 in the morning, to just like blast some Guilty Gear music as a bit, but I went for the relaxing Okami music instead. Could have been so much worse. I'm still half debating it. The intrusive thoughts, they don't leave. That's why they're intrusive thoughts. I would have supported the intrusive thoughts, I know. I had to restrain, I had to refrain. And reclaim my own normal thoughts. How does this look when we do that instead? Maybe like here? Where does the arm stop? Maybe it needs to be more foreshortened. All of this is just a rough pose anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Do this over here. Intrusive thoughts ain't fun. Some of them are, but not the ones I got. Well, the Guilty Gear one isn't like a bad intrusive thought. It would have just been at the expense of the people rating me. And I did not want to... I want to make a good first impression, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try. I can't be a full-on degenerate immediately. You gotta give them a stream or two to get the sunk cost fallacy setting in, then that's when you start being annoying. Mint, what are your eyes? Beautiful? Oh, I mean, what are they shaped like? There we go. Pretty almond shaped, I would say. Let's get the nose. What is your nose? You know, I've been staring at this character. Sort of a small, round nose. Been looking at her for hours, have no idea. I can barely... It's just face blindness, I think, at this point. Who doesn't have a little bit of that? And then we gotta get her award-winning smile. You know what I'm seeing here? Look at this artwork here. They nerfed her lips. She don't got them. It's like what they did to Princess Peach in the Mario movie. And then the 3D model, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna full-on give those to her. Now, the lips do thin out when people smile. That's just a thing of facial anatomy. But they would still be present, so... Also, she has a rounder face there. I'm trying to stylize, but also keep true to some of the elements that are already there. As you do. It's important. Otherwise, you're just drawing a random... You know what I did again? I've been getting into this habit, and I've talked about it on stream before. And I don't know how to break it. I make necks too dang long. Like, what is going on here? Like, even just a little bit shorter looks more believable. And I gotta break it. I don't know how to break it. I gotta break free. I gotta fly. And then we can draw this for the eyebrow line. Maybe. Yo, that piano solo is going crazy. Okami, slow down. Jeez. I've been thinking about what I would do if I had game streams for variety. I don't have them yet, but I was thinking about what I would do if I did. And I think, because I've already pre-ordered it, and fighting games don't really have, spoiler a little bit, much in the way of investment. I don't really stream for too long. Usually only a couple hours, but, you know, more of an everyday thing. Here for a good time, not a long time, is what my streams are more supposed to be. But I'm thinking Street Fighter when that comes out. I can easily, it can even break it up. I can do half art, half game, stuff like that. Someone with a similar art style to the 2D. Depicting thicker lips is difficult to do without going into offensive caricature territory. Absolutely. They definitely should have tried to include it, though. I agree. Like, look at this. She's got nothing. Got like a hairline here. I mean, I've given my character some lips before. To use one of my own OCs as an example. You know what? I have a couple examples, actually, I can bring up. This is one I designed. She's got some interesting lip shapes. I do like this one. She's a shapeshifter, by the way, from the comic that I'm working on. Monster Hunter the Jazz was a fun time, if I recall correctly. Yeah. And then this is the main OC of the comic that I make. She's got lips as well. I do like to depict the lips. At least a little bit, if I can. Street Fighter 6 is exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking I will be streaming that for sure. More art? Yes, absolutely. Welcome back, Swan. If I can depict the lips, I will be doing. Is the bat form or true form? It is indeed. This is what she do be. We love lips, absolutely. You gotta draw them. What's that artist? Cooley on YouTube? Juicy. Juicy lips is how she phrases it. Make your characters juicy if you're going to adhere to her teachings. Did you see that the pre-release embargo went up yesterday? So many streamers releasing Street Fighter 6 footage. I did. It's flooding immediately. It's pretty funny to watch just how quickly that happens. I did also hear, here's another funny thing. Apparently, Nintendo is still shadow banned, or maybe like openly banned at this point, Kotaku from doing certain write-ups about Tears of the Kingdom, the next Zelda game. And they were like, this is so unprofessional, I can't believe this. And then everyone on Twitter was like, no, actually keep Kotaku banned, it's funnier this way, and they're probably not going to make any good articles about it anyway. So it's probably just bad for your own business if you let them write about it. And I agree. Don't let Kotaku touch anything. I don't even know how they're still in business. Shapeshifters are fun. I've got one as an OC limited type. Male humanoid. No known true form. Interest. The no known true form. I have a true form because it serves a narrative purpose. Pushes up glasses. Adjusts pocket protector. She's like she's deceptively thin. She's like toned, muscular. I did see that debacle, man complained about Nintendo ban and then published an article about Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I know, I was like, I wonder why. They may not like you so much. His name is Nobody, so it's part of his character that, oh, so yours also serves a narrative purpose, so to speak. It's always fun to think things through. I mean, that's the whole point of OCs, right? Is more than anything, it's flexing your design muscles. You create a character, you have a purpose behind what you're doing. Makes it more interesting. Alright, Mint, time to draw the eyes. The things that terrify me the most about drawing characters. I'm so bad at symmetrical eyes, or even asymmetrical, in the sense that they're, you know, properly aligned in perspective. Only one thing to do, though, is to freaking start doing it. When we stream in games together, Swan, or Zotan, wait, Swan. Yeah, stream with yourself, Swan. Dummy. No, I don't know. Stream in games together? I mean, that freaking Monster Hunter is always right there in my Steam library. Here, I'll get. You know what, Swan? You say the word, and then I'll let you know if I'm available for that. Swan and Zotan run sets. Yeah, freaking put them up, Swan. Put up your dukes. Put your money where your mouth is. I love making OCs. I just need to do something with them. I admire you being able to make a comic with them. It's taken a while, but I am trying. You promise? Is that what that was? Did I say those exact words? That's crazy that I didn't even hear them coming out of my own mouth. That's nuts. Oh well, I guess it happened. There's video evidence. Zotan, you would wipe the floor with me in a fighting game? No, no, I would, no. No. And you should definitely prove me wrong. Because it wouldn't be funny, it would be close and intense. So you should definitely do that. For sure. Her eye shape is also deceptive. It's more like, I think they do this to emphasize how cheery she is. It's more like, it's always in this perpetual sort of almond shape, where it looks like her eyes are open a bit wider. But yeah, if you want to play a game, you just tell me if you're interested in doing that on stream, and then I'll let you know if I'm open on whatever day that is. It'd be an entertaining stream for the people who enjoy seeing me suffer. It would be so funny. I would sweat so hard just for the bit. I'd start looking up frame data the night before, specifically against your character. Oh, that'd be so good. I know every move that is unsafe or safe with your main. That would be the funniest thing. For me, anyway. I think I would be laughing the whole time. Now that my dream is fulfilled, my next dream will be to stream games together with Zotan. It sounds like your dreams are very easy to meet, and I do admire that. I would hate you for like. Oh, Swan, you gotta stop doing your crouching medium and neutral. It's very. I can just easily punish it with my standing jab. You're just, I don't know what to tell you. It's just, you should have studied up. I'm just putting in the work, putting in the hours, the grind set, as it were. What can I say? I'm a Ken Masters master. Or Jury. I could play Jury. I don't know who I've decided upon. I think Ken and Jury are going to be my main and pocket secondary. Mint your eyeballs. I need to reference them again. Swan would nominate me as her champion. I have a training art to beat up Zotan. I will train so hard. I'll train while you're training. I'll get so free. I would literally become a national major event competitor. Just to never lose on stream. I would no life this game. It would become my career. Up next at Arc Relo Finals, Zotan against Daisuke Ishiwatari. That's not the right Daisuke. I forget the actual Daisuke's name. Daisuke. It's the other Daisuke in fighting game history. Daisuke Street Fighter. No, that's Daigo. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I call myself a fighting game. Listen, it's late. I haven't slept. That's not true. I can't even use that excuse. It's just late, okay? I'm not. Daigo Umehara. That's his name. Anyway, back to the mint. Suddenly shows up in gaming tournaments. So what's your motivation for getting here? Oh, well, it's a long story. No, it's a short story. I got here out of spite. And then I would just walk away from the interviewer. And that would be it. That's as much a motivation as anyone needs. Let's flip the canvas. Somehow everyone would understand. Universally, the fight of the FGC would rally around me as he's one of us, truly. I play the game out of spite. I don't know who I'm gonna play, but most of the cast seems fun, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Yeah, I've been looking at all of them, and I've been like, well, I do want to try all of them at least once, but pretty sold on Ken. He is the boy. From even back in the day when I was playing Street Fighter 2 on the actual first edition arcade cabinet that my uncle has. He's had it in his basement for as long as I can remember. It's pretty sick. It is beat up though, quite a bit. It's definitely not for resale. In fact, I'm pretty sure last time I went over there, some of the buttons don't work, so he would have to patch that up. But it is just cool that he even has one. I don't know where he got it. I never asked. Probably play Ryu at least. Yeah, he seems pretty cool. He's got all this new electric type stuff that he's got doing. Powers himself up. I should play. Oh, you know what? I should. Yeah, it's a good thing that I main Jury, or not main. I won't main her, or that I'll play Jury at the very least. Because if Steak ever stops by stream, I know at the very least I'll have his attention. For reasons. He's got a Denjin charge to buff his fireballs. I think it's cool that they gave him charge up not charge mechanics, but like charge up mechanics. Just give him a chore. Are we out of Okami music already? Golly, man. Let's just go to relaxing Zelda music then. I don't know. This is the sound my village played before I was incarcerated. I remember this song fond. I'm building lore, I don't know if you can tell. I'm not a fighting game person, but it's fun to watch. I know about the Street Fighter car level, absolutely. They brought it, it's a truck now. It's a big old truck in Street Fighter 6, apparently. Even Ryu gets cinematic feed pics in promo, but does he? I did not notice. Mint, your hair is getting too... It's losing her mintness because I keep getting the hair too big. God, I'm cursed with this profound love for giant hair. I hate it. But also I love it. Because otherwise, why would I do it? I think his intro has a big zoom in on his sandal foot. Oh no. Is Ryu gonna start appealing to that core audience? That's tragic. Mint, your face is slightly askew. This is why I usually don't. I usually sketch more loose than I'm sketching right now. This is a little stilted here. I'll work it out. Ryu's beard is a special appeal. That's true. The pre-order costume that turned into his actual costume because enough people were like, actually, this is just better. Can you do this one now? We like this more. I have seen Ryu without a beard in the Street Fighter 6 character model, and it does look not as good. I'll say it. I'll just say it. It adds a whole new layer to his character design beyond gi, and that's really all he had before. Now he has gi and beard. I gotta say, his new design actually is a really cool variant on what he's had before. I know it's her lips, and I know they'll look more like lip further on, but I'm half asleep at each glance of it looks like she's going, oh! I'm sure they will. These are her teeth, by the way, if that's what you're wondering about here. I understand it's not very clearly communicated here in this sketch portion. I thought that was her lip. Yeah, no. These are the teeth for sure. I see why you were looking at it that way, though. That'll also look more clear in the as I'm doing it, or as I've seen it right. Yeah. No, you got it pretty much. It's pretty much good here. I do have to, I think, move her head over a bit on the neck, and then it should be good for a more refined... I'm sleepy, I understand. I should be, but I have overnight hours, so I'm kind of used to being awake right now. It's kind of my thing now. Actually, you know, we could probably move that over even more. And then we can tilt this a bit. I know a lot of characters have feet stuff going on, huh? I didn't notice, but I wouldn't be surprised. I just know that Jury is definitely there. And then Cammy is there to fulfill a whole new demographic of the yoga pants simps. I know she was already in like a bodysuit before, but you know, it's a new design for a new era, and she's gonna have her classic costume. Guess we know what's on Capcom's mind. I think it's so funny. Like, not even a year ago, they were like, stop making our characters lewd on the internet. And then they're doing this. Their Twitter account was tweeting Jury feet pics. Can't believe this. Do the makers of Street Fighter 6 have a foot thing? The fans do. And then Capcom is just, I guess, serving their market, so to speak. Yoga pants leggings are comfy, though. Yeah, you know what? It is actually more fitting for battle, I would say, to fight in yoga pants than it is to fight in like a spandex bodysuit that Cammy was wearing before. So it does make more sense as a character design. It is a good evolution, I think. Some people were mad that she wears pants now, but they already leaked the classic costume, so they can't even be too mad about it. Hello, Garo. Welcome to my after-hours stream, because I slept through my daytime stream. Just remember JP's win outro is him about to step on someone's face. I saw that. It's actually so sick. I was thinking about it in the same way too. I love the pacing of the shot where he's just like, and then he just clears it right over, and he just walks past you. I think it's a really good win screen. I was wondering where you were. So with my overnight hours for my job TM that I do now, sometimes I try really hard to not, but sometimes I will just sleep through my streaming time. And I felt like I would take it upon myself today, since I already missed one this week on Monday, to atone for that and stream now. So we're doing that right now. FC made it out of jail? Yeah. Also, I'm not doing comic pages right now because it's far too late for even me to consider doing them. So I'm doing fan art for a game character called Mint. She's from Potionomics. I don't know if you've heard of the game. But it's a very fun game, and she's a very fun character. And also she's a punch girl tomboy, so suits my vibes very much so. So of course I will draw her. Atone, yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel bad missing out on my own stream. Hair not big enough. I know. It's weird that you'd think I wouldn't be into a character with hair this small, but you know, tomboy aesthetics are good. They kind of just win me over. What can I do? I can't do much. I'm powerless in the face of the short-haired muscle girl. Can't do anything about it. Her arm is still very long. I think I need to adjust that slightly. This is why we sketch things, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise inclined. Don't forget about her braid with mint leaf. Her braid? She got a braid? Am I stupid? Whoa! How did I not notice that? Legato, you know this character more than I do. I feel included. I always try to do that. Also, it's fun to say, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise inclined. So I do put that into my vernacular now. I've actually never had a chance to say that in a context where it makes sense. So I'm glad that streaming has finally allowed me to do so. I've been thinking, like, how would I say that if I were going to rephrase it? And that was that's what came to me. So I'm glad I got to use it. I never noticed the braid. I literally just now, like I've never seen that. Gentles and Ladymen, that's a good one. Ladymen is very good. Lady boys. Big David Bowie vibes, true. You know, I just studied biceps, so you think I would know what I'm doing. Nope. Mm-mm. They gotta go like, there's the indication of the biceps out of here, attaching to there. Should I just start listening to David Bowie on stream now? I mean, I've already upset YouTube with my copyright. Like, if I monetized my channel, I would have so many copyright strikes. Me know what I'm doing? Never, absolutely not. It's one of the first things I noticed about the characters. You get a cute mint leaf and a braid. I thought, oh, that's clever. I guess I was too distracted by these. And this whole thing going on here. And this. And if she showed them off a little more, maybe some of these. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I do know that it is more of an observational thing in your circumstance. Listen, I'm an artist. I'm no stranger to breaking down the body in a way that is strictly analytical. I do it all the time. Now, what does the thumb do? There we go. No. That doesn't look right. Maybe it's like... What does the hand look like from that? The thumb, I guess, would jut out more. I also like character design because I've been starting at details for ideas for dolls. That's cool, because you gotta do when you think about that, that's gotta be a whole other aspect of design. Because you gotta think about it in 3D space. The thumb does thumb thing. It do be jutting out like a thumb. As if it were some kind of thumb or something. Sleepy time for me later. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Magpie. Catch you late. I'm sorry that literally every time I stream is bad for you. Whether it be my normal time or this one. Got a bit of Popeye syndrome going on here. Let's fix it. I don't draw wrists thin enough for my liking. I give them some freaking meaty wrists occasionally. It is the life. I'd probably listen sometimes at work, but I seem to be busy at that time of day. Yeah. No worries. Maybe someday I'll have a better, more accessible schedule, but I promise nothing. But yeah, have a good one. I always think this song is from Xenoblade, and then I remember we're listening to a Zelda playlist. Happens every time. Excuse me, Club Studio, stop lagging. What do I pay you for? I've been like looking at these freaking irises and pupils, and I was like, I'm gonna draw these now, and then I just don't. I'm gonna do it now. For real though. She looks insane, but don't worry, that's how they always look when you first put them in the eyeball. Is there... Let's move it, I think. You know what she actually reminds me of? I've brought up the Owl House multiple times, but at the there is a to spoil something. If you're keen on that, you can ignore me for the next bit, but if not, I'll just keep going. I'm sure no one cares or has already seen it. So, there's a character called Luce in that show, the protagonist, and there's a time skip at some point, at least for a bit of an episode, where she is college age, and she looks almost exactly like what I've drawn here. I think Xenoblade had a DLC in Zelda Breath of the Wild, though. You could get armor for Link and it upped your swim speed, like a slightly worse but cooler looking Zora armor. I do remember that armor. Too late, Swan. They're dead now. I mean, gone now. You missed your chance. Her face is even rounder than I drew it here. How do they do it? Chat is comprised of animals. I know, what the freak is going on here? I don't know why I said what the freak, like I'm a 2000s era Disney Channel movie. What the flipping H, dude? What the heck is wrong with you, bro? He's running a zoo, mostly birds. Yeah, this stream has been called the Noah's Ark of live streams before. By me, just now. So, guess I'm living up to that namesake I just imposed. I have wings. Am I an honorary bird? You may be an honorary bird. I don't think anything else has wings. Not even bugs. Nope. You've never seen a bug with wings. That's fake. Those are military drones sent to spy on you and your garden. As a wing, you may... I eat bugs? How dare you? What if a bug was in this chat right now? What would you do? How do you think they would feel? Can confirm. Have you eaten a military drone? Also known as a flying bug. Alright, Mint, I guess we unfortunately have to put some clothes on you. Well, you know what, I should draw the braid before I literally forget it exists again. You know, that makes her look even more like Rosie the Riveter. Don't you creep on Mint about what do you mean? What do you mean, don't creep on Mint? You're the one who romanced her in your freaking playthrough. You're the creep. You creep. Under no influence of my own. I definitely don't scream whenever we rush off. You certainly do. I've heard. We all hear it. Swan. You ain't slick. She tugs on it whenever she's feeling self-conscious. How did I not freaking notice that's what she was doing? What is happening? I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. I feel like I'm being Mandela affected right now. And this braid has never existed until right now. I have merged with a different reality where Mint now has a braid when she never had one before. This is insane. This is Berenstain Bears all over again. Observe your wife, so I'm doing it now. I'm learning. It's because the side that the braid is on is turned away from camera. But Zotan, I missed the braid's existence. It's true. We did. And I only feel a little bad about it. This is why I deserve to roam. You're the one playing the game. Nobody's speaking anything about who is the chosen person to romance. You could never appreciate her muscles like I could. Well, it is 3 AM, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. I've already streamed you. Have a good one, Gara. Good to see you, even at this horrid time of day. What does your freaking collar do? No, it just kind of flows into that? Alright. It's kind of a weird shirt design, ain't it? How does your shirt work? Mint? I guess it's kind of like that. I have cats awake all day. How would this work? I've paralyzed myself with thought. How do I do this? Anyone here a fashion designer know how collars work? When in this particular perspective that I've drawn this in? Kinda like, it'd probably just be like that, eh? And I will add thickness to this part of the fabric. This sounds like a Hunter x Hunter song. Anyone else? Me? Alright, just me, that's fine. But I'm right though, so it's fine. Mate, what is your shirt? I have freaking short-term memory loss, short-term mintery loss. I didn't even know she had a braid until minutes ago. I can't remember what her shirt looks like when I'm literally looking at it. I should be higher, sorry. Not an anatomical genius. Can't get everything right on the first try. Full closure of this would be covering the neck more, and the fold would point. More toward her forward. I not notice Saffron's legs, but by golly, I will notice Mint's hidden braid. You didn't notice Saffron's legs, that's right. So you are the fool, and I am the smart. Thank you for reminding me. Now my ego is back unchecked. Thank you, Swan. You have given me the power to be annoying, yet again. At once I thought I was humbled for a second, but now I'm just like, oh, thank God. Someone else is worse. Put your ego. You can't tell me what to do. I noticed both. I am superior to both. Yeah, I don't know, Swan. Maybe, Legato has the true heir's potential to being the chosen one. How ironic that they will covet what they probably don't even want to possess. Can romance anyone they want, and they don't even need to. So basically, get owned, me and Swan, I guess. I just want to hang with Quinn, and you are free to do so. Just don't get set on fire, apparently. Guys, I'm dumb. Okay, hold on. I can just do this, and then it solves all my problems. You already know who it is, so I'm not gonna say it. I would go move gnomes with Quinn. That sounds like a euphemism, Swan, and you knew that when you said it. I can't believe you still went through with it. You monster. Disgusting. Or Salt and Pepper, they're cool too. They are pretty cool. I don't like Pepper though, he actually scares me. Something about that guy. It's a freaking hell beast in a fluffy little cocoon. It's waiting to come out. Are there gnomes on your alt account, Zotan? If I told you, it would give you an easier way of finding it, so I'm neither going to confirm nor deny if there's gnomes on my alt account. I mean, are there gnomes on my alt account? Gnome Lover 72? Of course there. I mean, like, what a dumb question. Anyway, you'll never find it, so I don't feel worried. Gotta foreshorten the heck out of this arm to make it make any sense. Salt and Pepper remind me of my cat, so I guess I'm used to that. Pepper is very much like my cat Thor. He's a lovable dumb idiot. So I guess I see that more. I just see his murderous rampage. And I can't forgive him for those sins, even though he didn't do them to me. They're just they're too brazen. What is this line here for? What was that? Oh, it's gone now. Don't gotta worry about it. And then Mint, you've got these going on here to break up the shape of your freaking just plain old shirt. installed as a bleached version of Freya, is a tiny, feisty princess kitten. My nephew has a cat, and he also named it Freya. It was a kitten, so he got it recently. His dad got it for him. And he also named it Freya, because they are into that whole Norse mythology aesthetic. And that cat is very small. It will probably get bigger, but right now it is very small. And it likes to play peekaboo around the staircase that they have. Very cute to watch. She will constantly, while you're having a conversation in the living room, poke her head out around the corner that the staircase bends around. And then you'll look at her. And then if you just like move even an inch in that direction that she is, she'll just run back upstairs. We did name Freya or Thor, that was their names when we got them. They're litter mates. It's pretty cool names for litter mates. My dog had this was his name. So imagine this is a name, right? Sheldon, like that's a normal name, not even for like a dog necessarily, but just like that would be a name. My dog's name, when we got him, was Selden. Like that. Like what is this? What are you talking about? That's nothing. So naturally we changed that immediately. I decided because I was 9 and I liked the Beatles, we would instead call him this. And this is my dog's name. He is now very old, but that is his name. As John Lennon of the Beatles. I don't know why my parents let me do that. In my defense, though, kind of a banger name. It's a classy name for a 9-year-old to give a dog. It's better than it's better than freaking Selden. Like, what is that? What are you? You're nothing. You're so stupid. You're cringe and everyone knows it. You were always an old soul. I was, to be fair, at least in the musical sense. I wasn't one of those annoying kids who was like, I only listen to good music I was born in the wrong generation. I wasn't one of those, but I did always listen to old school music, because that's what my parents listened to. They still listen to that stuff all the time. I'm used to weird cat names. I grew up with a Thrasim. I can't even begin to comprehend that first one. Kashmira and a Nebula. Nebula's cool. Also Jean-Luc and Costello. Those last 3 are pretty sick. The first 2, I don't know what those are. I can't. I'll agree with you, those are abnormal, to say the least. For me, anyway. She wears the gloves that like they like exaggerate her hand size. So I'm gonna do that. She's like got some Mickey Mouse gloves on. They're just a thick fabric, and it's highlighted in the character design, so I'm gonna do that. She has big hands to hold us with, all the better to hold us with. And then she's got the strap for... what is this? Her shield? Interesting. Let's draw that on a separate layer, so that I can just easily no. The worst part about drawing parallel lines. Ooh. Why is my eraser so small? It's literally right here too. Like, what am I? What? How did I not notice this? Right here. It is right there. It's literally right here. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm such an idiot. Thrasymachus. It's a Greek philosopher who's credited for very cat-like philosophies, so my parents felt it fit. Kashmira was named after my mom's cousin, who everybody called Kitty, and Mom thought it'd be funny to have a kitty named Kashmira. That was pretty good. Got that tremolo effect. I know music. I play guitar. I've been playing a lot of slide guitar recently, which is very interesting to try and pick up. I'm okay at it, though. That's all I can say. I will never say I'm good at it. Even if I was good at it, I wouldn't say it. I want to hear you play guitar. I can't right now. Because it's, you know, 3 in the morning. And also, I would probably, if I was going to do that, I would probably set up one of those digital audio workspace, the DAWs as they call them, so that it didn't sound like absolute garbage. Just like coming in through a microphone. $4 AM at this point? That's true. I haven't even... I forgot time has elapsed. I thought we all just agreed to be in a stasis until I stopped streaming. So that I wouldn't be wasting time. I could be... You know, I could be doing important things right now, like playing Clash Royale on my phone, which is usually what I do around this hour, because I'm not supposed to be sleeping, but also I don't know what to do at like 4 in the morning. Because my body isn't fully adjusted to the idea that I am supposed to basically do my daytime tasks now. So I kind of just lie awake most of the time. Someday I'll freaking figure it out, I'm sure. So instead of spending money on my dumb Etsy store, you should spend your money on neat things for your stream, like a keyboard tray for streaming your guitar playing. Yeah, or I could get a really cool mouse pad. You sell those, right? Yeah, I think you do, actually. Now that I'm thinking correctly with my brain that I'm remembering stuff with, you do sell some of those. I like your style. It's got a classic style dirty pair aesthetic to it. That is actually one of the best compliments I've ever received, so thank you. I look up to the dirty pair art style so much. That whole 80s anime aesthetic, I've talked about it ad nauseum. Dang it, Zotan. Yeah, dirty pair. I would have also been extremely satisfied if you said Outlaw Star. If you said your art style reminds me of Outlaw Star, I think I would cry a little inside out of joy. I think that would happen. Never outside though. That's for me. My internal tears. You can only I know they're happening. I have one of the novels. The only problem is it's in Japanese. I'm not that good at reading yet. Yeah. You know what I saw? The new manga that the Full Metal Alchemist creator is working on. Apparently that's getting localized soon. So that'll be really cool. Apparently it's good, so I'm excited for it to be English. To be in English, rather. So that I can start reading it and understand what's happening. They did butcher the title, though, apparently. It's just, it's called something, it sounds super generic in the localization, the title. It's like just like Deep Shadow Demon or whatever. Full Metal Alchemist creator, new manga. Demons of the Shadow Realm. And like, it sounds so generic in the localization. Aruma Arakawa was working on a new series. Yeah, she's been working on it since December of 2021, and it's getting localized soon. So I'm excited. That title sucks. Yeah, I know. It's a really bad local. Apparently, it's like a complete. It's not even a translation. It's just completely different from what it's called in Japanese. I want to read it. It's called Demons of the Shadow Realm. If you want to look up some of the art, though, the character designs are really cool, which is basically all I can appreciate at this point in time. But they look dope. But from what I've heard, people like it, so I'm excited. It's a lot to live up to when you're the creator of a Full Metal Alchemist. Like, how do you even top yourself at that point? The pressure to even make something after that? I can only imagine what she was thinking when she had to inevitably be like, okay, I'm gonna make another thing, and people are gonna look at it and they're gonna judge it based on the thing I already did. I've been waiting for another series from her. Me too. And I just heard about this one getting localized like the other day, and I was like, oh, for real? I went full Ryuji from Persona 5. Said it about 18 times in a row. For real? What is her, like, waist piece? She's got 2 belts on. I want to read Arslan at some point too, just for her, even though it's an adaptation. I too wish to see that one, or read it, I mean. I have heard many opinions about that show, but they haven't. No one. I don't think I've ever seen anyone say Arslan is bad, but I have heard some people say it's a bit boring. So I guess it'll just be. I'll have to try it out and see if it suits my tastes. I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure what the plot is. I know it's a fantasy series, so it shouldn't be too hard to win me over. I'll be honest there. And then she's got the shirt thing going on here. But yeah, the dirty pair, back to that statement about my own art style, I do think that for sure just only set in stone even further the big hair influences that I've had. I don't know why I gravitated towards that. I guess it was just at that age where the wires were like, yeah, this is what you're gonna like forever. Actually, so have fun with that, kid. See what happens. Could have been worse, I suppose. I could have been into vor. I'm not shaming anyone who's into vor. I'm just saying, it's not for me. I'm not into that. or Guro. People into that. Now that one I don't know about. That one I might actually have a moral obligation to dislike. Stuff you will never find on my alt account, I'll tell you that much. Just gnomes. Things sure could have turned out differently, that's for true. I watched Space Jam as a kid and I'm fine. I don't even like those animals. Thank the Lord. I mean, it's fine. You can like what you like. I will never forget that Steve did ban furries from his Discord server, though. It's, you know, still funny to me. He has every right to do so. And Mint, you've got an earring. How do grades work again? I hate this. Every time I draw a grade. He's ignorant. Wow. Calling it like it is. Does she have earrings on both here? She do. Furries are generally so nice. I don't question the content of their character, just their choice of what they're into. That's it. They can be the nicest person up. They could be donating to every charity in the world daily, $1,000 to every charity in the world every day. I'm still gonna look at them funny when they start talking about like, yo man, you see Judy Hopps? My dude. Just gets me going every time, my brother. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, that's awesome for you. Live your truth, king. It's just not my avenue. Doesn't hurt me as long as I don't have to draw it, but what if you did? That's it. I'm swapping out my Leon Foot recommendation. It's not a recommendation. My demand. My request is now a demand for a furry version of Leon Kennedy. And it's still gonna be his foot. And there's, I'm gonna have to make some room. So, Steak requesting Ada Foot wasn't enough to make rules. I have to be the one to ruin the fun for everyone. Can you at least blame it on Steak? Say publicly? Whoops, I pressed the Windows key. I think I uninstalled System 32. Say it's your fault that I'm banning furries from my. Well, you don't have to be so specific as to why there are rules in place now. You can just make a bunch of rules and be like, I was thinking about all of these simultaneously, and definitely not at the result of one person's impulsive behavior to be annoying. And I've decided that the foot was the last straw and these rules are now in place. And he would be none the wiser. Unless he watches this stream, which you could easily link him to, because I will be archiving it on YouTube forever. So, kind of shooting myself in my own, and forgive my choice of word here, my own foot. Just read first chapter of Yomi no Tsugai. FMA new manga is pretty good. See, that I knew it had a better name in Japanese. And I did hear it was good, so it's good to hear that it actually has some sustenance, some staying power beyond just being a new thing from the FMA creator. It's a new good thing from the FMA creator, which is very nice. What that transition gave me mental whiplash. I'm so glad that the moment I raided you will be immortalized. Yeah. Unless I forget to upload it like I did. I've only forgotten to upload one of my bots since I realized I should start archiving them. So there's a 99% chance it gets archived, but I could forget. Conveniently. With air quotes. And a sly grin. A toothy yellow smile. It's kind of trippy seeing her style, but not FMA characters. I know, but I do like the character designs. I should puff out the shirt more. Mint's design is one of those deceptively simple ones, because it looks easy. There's not too many elements, but they all have to be exaggerated in the right way to create the intrigue, the appeal that she has. Better immortalize my dreams coming true. Well, when you phrase it like that, now I'd feel guilty if I didn't. Which I think was your point, so fine. You win this round. Pardon me. What is this? What is this notch on your glove here? Is that just wrinkles? Don't think I didn't notice that. I'll put it on there. I'll freaking do it. I don't know what that is, but I'll put it here. Don't yay me. Don't you do it. One thing I do want to do. I think her torso might be a little elongated, so let's shrank that up a bit. Just move this here, I think, should do the trick. And we can erase this and these. And you draw in your own comics. If you want to sit down and draw the comics I've been fleshing on my head, I recommend it. Even if it's just like, you know, you can start with a smaller idea if you have one. It's good for discipline. Even though I'm like literally actively choosing not to do it right now. That's because it's a special occasion. Swan's dreams have come true, in her own words. So I was going to draw the fan art that I said I would. Mint, your nose looks askew. Can I fix that? I'm so happy. One is a really short horror piece. 2 short stories really fleshed out. Short horror piece that involves a mother chopping up and eating her own child. Me. Me in my life. Me when I. Hashtag relatable? No. My mother didn't try to eat me. It was my father, actually, so it's different. Zotan, no, what are you talking about? You don't know what goblin culture is like. Maybe that's normal here. It's not, but if it was, then it would be insensitive what you just said. So watch yourself. And you gotta do the little JoJo nose lines. I don't know why I love these so much. They don't even convey anything other than that there is a nose bridge there. But I just love the JoJo nose lines so much. Put them on everything. Usually he'll even like arch it, so you can like see that it's conveying the form there. I like it. I mean, babies are biodegradable, most of them. Not quite the bones. The bones is the tricky part. You gotta make a broth out of those or something. Not that I would know. I've just seen Silence of the Lambs. What the heck? These music transitions are killing me. They are so abrupt in this particular video. There's no fade out whatsoever. Let's give you the old flip one more time. Yeah, that looks cute. We'll do that. Good. I'm glad it looks good flipped. It's not always when that happens, you know? It's a rarity. Mint. I didn't even save one. This could have all just disappeared. Mint art. In my art folder. Babies hardly have any bones. What do you mean hardly any bones? Depending on the age, it's mostly cartilage? That's bizarre to me. Babies ain't got no bones. Think a good enough compost bin will be fine. I don't know if I like this level of knowledge you're bringing to the table about this particular subject. You know what, let's leave the opacity of the line art a little bit lower. 73 looks good. Whoops, there we go. Mint, give me your skin. And no, I didn't stutter. It's all research for stories. That's true. It is for a story. I can't judge it too harshly. I've researched a lot of weird stuff for my fantasy comic. I had to look up if air was combustible, for one thing, and whether or not, you know, like somebody would have to be the fuel source for it to be caught on fire, or if you could just combust the air around them. I learned that air is not a fuel source because it is not flammable, so you need a fuel source to combust things in air, but air is required in addition to the fuel source to create fire or flame. So there's that. A person could combust, but the air around them could not, is what I learned from that whole excursion on the internet. This is one of the simpler poses I've had to color in, but then again, we haven't gotten to the hair yet, which is usually where this gets annoying. Too much nitrogen in atmospheric air, I'm guessing? I think it's just that, you know, nitrogen and oxygen, like any of the elements that are, that comprise air, I don't think any of them combust. They're just like, none of them are just flammable at all. It's purely just they are required in the chemical process to burn fuel, but they don't actually burn themselves. It's weird. Fire is weird. I had to look this up because the power source, or the power system, the magic system in my fantasy comic is based in energy, forms of energy. You know, like you got light. That's a form of it. You got heat, or the absence of, you know, basically light and dark, heat and cold. You got kinetic energy, the energy of force here. Movement, or the lack thereof. That's the magic system in my comic. So I had to look up all sorts of stuff about how energy can be converted, how flame would even form if you had control over, like, heat energy. O2 is pretty flame happy. A lot of smokers on O2 have blown themselves up for a cig. But I'm sure that's, like, mainly the cig. I can't imagine that the oxygen is what is mainly exploding there. I know it's reactive. I guess I could look it up literally right now. Is oxygen flammable? Oxygen is not flammable, but it causes other materials to burn far more easily and rapidly. So yeah, it is just the other stuff around the oxygen. That's a pretty cool magic concept. I thought so too. And I'll do you one step further. The villains of my story. I'll draw some loose depictions here. This freaking, like, they have control over stuff that would be, their corrupt magic system, as it were. This is a interesting helmet design I gave one of my villain characters here. Little cloak that they're wearing. It's actually a pretty big cloak now that I'm looking at it. And this is like a reflective, sort of astronaut type material. They have control over things that would be, I think my rationale behind it at some point was, sort of like bending the concepts of reality, that, of like human perception, or like innately human qualities. So like space, the idea of space, or moving through space. Like they can move things with their mind, basically, or have portals that can travel from one spot to another. That's an innately human, because it's all just movement. But the idea of space is like a perception that we have as mankind. And then there's this guy. He looks creepy. He's got a very pointy face and long hair. He's got little sharp teeth too. He's like, eh. He deals with the perception of the mind. The mind itself. Like, there's this whole philosophy about dualism. About, like, the difference between the mind and the body. Where does one end and the other begin? I don't personally adhere to it, but if I did, this character would sort of be the embodiment of that philosophy. He controls the mind, like the thoughts, the dreams, the perceptions of what you observe around you. And it's funny, yeah, space and time are constructs of human. That's the third guy in this little trio of villains I have here. He controls the perception of time. He's got a big old mustache, big eyebrows, and big hair, because of course he has big hair. He's like a big old Viking looking dude. So basically the villains are just like, you know, they control things that are based in human perception. Whereas energy, which is what the magic system of, like, the good guys, quote unquote, is going to be largely based in, is a very natural thing. The conversion of energy is like it's tied to the earth. Not the earth, but, you know, the world. Because, you know, fantasy settings. So there's that sort of discrepancy between sort of like a good form of magic and sort of one that's bastardized by mankind's influence. Or, you know, humanoid influence, because there's fantasy creatures and all that, but they're largely humanoid. So thank you for letting me ramble on about my power system for a bit, because it is fun to just rattle that off. I have this whole thing about human beings' intervention with things, and how consumption and corruption are just inherent with mankind's influence. You know, the whole return to naturalism thing is like a nature versus machine type narrative would fit the that sort of progression typically. But I have this idea of just sort of, you know, tackling it more from a perspective of what does mankind's influence embody. And I came to the conclusion that it wasn't inherently bad or good, but it is based in change and consumption. So change and consumption are the two philosophies behind man. that I will try to represent, you know, subtly and more directly in my story. That this is what man be doing. It's not inherently bad or good. It just happens. And it's the same thing with nature. When I described the opposing, the good guy's power system, based in energy. It's also based in change. So it's, you know, similarities and differences. And then wildcard entropy wielder joins the battle. I sort of figured the entropy or the decay of things would just tie into the time wielder. Because entropy is really just, you know, like decay over time. May or may not have an OC whose job is to collect energy lost to entropy and return it into circulation. That's true. Entropy of energy is what you're talking about. That's true. It's different. It's a different thing. Still tied to time, I think. And for the sake of me keeping my own thing consistent. We run out of Zelda music too? We did. How long have I been streaming it? 2 hours? What else do we want to play? Feeling sad? Let Nintendo's nostalgic music lift your spirits? Well, with a title like that. This is just more Zelda music. Skip. I think this is all Zelda music. Ooh, do we have good, relaxing Kirby music? Give. It's pretty good. Whoops. It's a little loud from my OBS levels. Gotta be careful. Alright, Mint. Now you have a color layer, a flats layer, if you will. But yeah, I've been planning this story for ages, and I'm glad that I'm finally getting around to doing something with it. I always get worried when I talk about the themes of the story that I'm working on, because it always runs the risk of sounding a little pretentious and also unintelligible to anyone but the person who's writing their story. The purpose of a story is usually to make it your themes clearer or accessible, able to be digested by people who are not you in your own brain, just going like, yes, I am a smart person for thinking things this way, yes. Truly no one has ever had these thoughts like I have before. No. A lot of warm tones in this Mint drawing here. Kind of beholden to it, I suppose. I love listening to other creators talk about their universes. I'm glad, because I would do that literally forever. And I probably will once I start releasing this comic. Is this music getting louder? Quiet down. Kirby, Jesus Christ. Mint, give me your hair. Thank you. I always sound uncertain when talking about my own themes because it involves needing to be eloquent, and I am not either. In case you didn't hear me stumble over my own themes about 40 times just then, in that moment. But I try. I wish I was just a Yoko Taro and I could just be like, yeah, this is what it's about, and this is why it's interesting, and everyone actually agrees because he's a smart man who knows how to do storytelling because he's been doing it for years, decades even. He's done storytelling so much he got bored of doing it the linear way, and he just does non-linear stories only now, apparently. Which I respect. part of the reason Berserk is one of my favorite stories of all time, if not my favorite story of all time, is the fact that it articulates, you can glean literally so much from every character, and it never comes off as pretentious, because it always feels like in line with the character that's speaking about it. But the character arcs are so ingrained in what you're supposed to feel about the world around them, and it's so well done. Like Griffith's dream of commanding an empire. And the thing about the character arcs is that their motivations shift, which is a very realistic thing to happen, within people. I like Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I like Shulk, the protagonist of that game. For this reason, his motivations shift over the course of the game, and it makes him a lot more interesting than, like, Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, who has, like, the same anime, I want to save the world, and that's his whole motivation. It can be done well, but it's generally not very dynamic, and it doesn't really extend too far beyond that. But with Berserk, like, every character feels like they evolve so much after every freaking chapter. They grow, they have dreams, those dreams are relevant to the plot, and the underlying themes of companionship, and the loss of said companionship, betrayal. It's all so good. I don't think too deep with some of my short stories, I just want to make things that amuse me. That's a perfectly fair way to go about doing stories too. And arguably a more freeform way of doing that would save me a lot of trouble, so maybe I should learn something from it. Berserk and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 should be in the same sense. They do when you're comparing which one is better than the other, and it's always going to be Berserk over Xenoblade 2. Freaking Xenoblade 2. I hate Xenoblade 2. I don't hate Xenoblade 2, but I hate Xenoblade 2's story so much. I hate that people think it's good. That's what offends me the most. I hate that Xenoblade 2 has fans of its story. Not that it even has a story that I don't like, but that people like it. That's what I don't like about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't like that people like its story because I think it's bad. That's my assessment. The fact that it has fans, I can't understand why. Rex is the most bland, generic, uninteresting protagonist ever. People are like, yeah, I actually prefer him over Shulk, who is an actually well-written character, who I enjoy very much. It makes me so upset. I get so angry. I'm getting loud at 5 in the morning, by the way. I'm gonna quiet down for a second. Do not call Zotan and talk to him about Xenoblade at 3 in the morning. Gone wrong. Ghosts in the house. This is the state of the world we live in. Xenoblade 2 trigger in the volume. It makes me so angry. I get so mad. How long we stream? Oh, we got another like half hour or so I can do. Or whatever it takes to finish this up. Shouldn't take too long. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a shading, like maybe a quick shading layer, I don't know. Nothing too fancy. Although Mint does deserve a full-on rendered piece. I don't have the time to do it today. Depending on the ghost is not a bad thing. My parents' house is a friendly house that helps protect it. It's also got the ghost of my childhood cat chilling in my childhood room. Kinda hope my ghost dog just kinda moves on. I don't need him chilling around here. Because if he can just like walk into any room he wants at any time, who knows what he's gonna be freaking doing. I don't trust him. Sneaky little guy. It deserves the world, and she's gonna get it too. She'll fight tooth and nail, or I will fight tooth and nail. There's gonna be a lot of teeth going around, is what I'm saying. I'm trying to grab this little... what is the inside of your shield? I'll just steal it from here. I forgot this was Kirby music until this song started playing. This is the most Kirby song that I can even think. Night colors, can't tell if there's a difference. There was not. Okay. We got a color in the braid. I won't forget it again. Comforting sometimes. Right after she dies, I would be laying in bed, feel a cat on the sheets, then water beside me and curl up by my head. Reach down to pet them, there'd be nothing there. That does sound like the better alternative than just not having anything going on, I guess. Would be pretty cool to have that occur. But at the same time, I'm not going to be in this house forever, I don't think. Maybe he'll go with me. Maybe I can get him to inhabit an item. That'd be ideal, then I could carry it around. Now, let's get this from the source here. Right there seems good. Or is this better? All these pictures are so blurry, I can barely get a good, there, saturated one. Help with the grieving, having a vessel for them when you move is a good idea. Yeah, I'll consider it. For sure. I have known this dog for most of my own life. And definitely most of his. Mint, where are your face? Where are your face? Yeah, we'll just go with that. Ignore I said anything. And this is usually where I come at odds with the lips, because the line art usually is a little unnecessary when it comes to that. Sort of minimize it. A plush that looks like her in my room now scares the other cats, though. Especially Costello when he was alive. Whoops, that's not the right way. We'll do a quick shading pass and then I think I'll be good. Whoops, I gotta turn down the tolerance level on this thing. 3 should be fine. Nope, that selected the whole canvas. Okay. We'll just do this quick. And now I've got Pippa, who has claimed me as her human. She's sleeping on her window perch above my head. Whoops, I keep doing this though. I was drawing Nabs, you big karma on Reddit. I don't know if I'll post this on Reddit. I'll put it on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. For sure. But Reddit is usually for like the stuff that I flesh out fully. Usually. The big waifu karma. The handler one did alright. I got triple digits, which was my goal. And I reached it, so that's pretty good. I know you shouldn't have a goal when you upload on social media, because it's like, why? It's out of your control at that point, but I had one, and I reached it, so it's good. Oh, you actually reminded me of something I should do, which I normally do when doing these muscle groups here. So thank you for that. What I do is I do this, and I isolate what would be the muscle group underneath this. That's where the delt would be, and then you flesh that out independently. You're saying the handler is more worthy to post than Mint? The finished commission is more worthy to post than something I spent 2 hours on? Yes, a little bit. But not in the words that you used. The words you used disgust me, so I won't say them. Vile, filthy words. Ew. Gross. All I'm hearing are the words I use. Here's betrayal to the wife. One of the things I gotta do, man. I get no freaking respect around here, you know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do with myself? I don't even know. I'm talking to myself now, even though I'm streaming. Like, normally when you stream, you talk to yourself in a way, but now I'm, like, actually talking to myself. Because of a chat member in here. I won't name who. I think good goals for social media is post something if you're trying to have our share. It's what I do more. I need to do more often. I do have that goal. I was posting daily, but then I got a job, so I need to get back on some form of regularity. And that's what these streams were for before I started sleeping through them, so that's why I'm here right now. Atoning for my sins. Oh, that's the wrong number. No, it's not. It was the right layer. What am I talking about? Guys, I'm stupid. Don't tell anyone. It's my greatest shame. Nobody knows about it except me. Finish the dolls I'm working on too so I can sell them. Selling stuff would be a thing I should do at some point. I could try that. I did a commission. That counts as selling things. It counts. It counts. That's why it's on the Fantasy Tavern Fund. Get all this face out of here when I'm doing the shadows. Get this out of here too while I'm doing the shadows. Actually, we could probably just get rid of all of this here. Make sure I don't get any overlap with that. I think selling dolls is easier than illustrations, IMO. I've sold more dolls than drawings. 1 versus 0. That is a positive record on the dolls. Can't take that away from them. And seeing as I have never made a doll, I will agree that it is easier, so just because it sounds nice to agree with stuff. You know what? Yeah, it is easier than what I'm doing right now. What the heck? I'm getting some weird Twitter notifications today. I should probably just turn those off. I say this every time, and I don't. Whoops, I need my... And we'll just leave that. Oh, blur this maybe? And then we can erase a bit of this. I have a large stock of dolls to customize, so I need to sell them or I'll run out of display space. That's true, you gotta consider the space. I've never had to worry about space, because I've never sold a physical good in my life. Unlike Swan. Swan does that a lot. With the whole merchandise thing, I've never done it. Also, I'm too lazy to do conventions, so I would probably have to find some sort of print-on-demand service, because that seems good for me. But I don't gotta do any of the work. It's tricky but fun and uses a lot of different art skills like character design, painting, drawing faces, sewing, solidly a jack-of-all-trades master of none. I have not mastered anything, nor am I a jack of many trades. I just do a few things okay, and that's all I need to do right now, to be satisfied with what I'm doing. The Min's got like, she's got this redder area around her face. She's got very pronounced blood flow in her face. So we go down here, redden that a bit into the shadows. Move this here, lower the opacity perhaps. This is a good art tip to make your characters feel like they have an actual complexion. Is to put a slightly more saturated red, or like, you know, reddish skin tone around their nose area. One year I want to get a convention booth and sell my doll and prints and stickers, things off my art. That'd be pretty cool. I have considered the idea myself, but like I said, I don't know if I can handle the convention scene. Maybe lower this even a bit more. Does she have freckles? She do. She's got a few of them. At least in the, it's harder to see on the 3D model, but in the artwork she for sure does. Got them, I see them there. And like a couple here. So I shall do, they're probably just like an even darker reddish brown or something. Preferably a Conor Swan is, so I can sneak merch into her bags. She would love that. You should definitely do that. Whenever you get the opportunity. And then we can do one more layer. Maybe a hard light. Bit of a yellowish hard light here. And then we'll lower that even more. The opacity is crazy on that. I would love to table at the same convention, but without the gifts. Unfortunately, they seem like an obligation to, attending the same con, Swan. It's all or nothing, is what I'm saying. Or at least the $3 she didn't accept when I bought the account. You didn't accept money for the pin. Swan, you sell those. You're supposed to do that. Haven't you ever sold anything? I know the answer is yes, so I'm wondering why you didn't take the money for a thing you sold. I'm gonna drag Zotan onto a convention at some point too. You have to find me. You'd have to find a con in New York. Otherwise, I'm afraid I don't know if I even know how to leave my house. Where's the front door again? I don't even I don't even remember. I don't even know anymore. Something was sneaky. I bought a pin from her and a keychain from her booth bud, and she only accepted the money for the keychain and gave me the change, including the money that should have gone to the pin. She thought she was sneaky. I was sneaky. Oh, you'll face your retribution one of these days. I'm not even entirely sure what that means, but it'll happen, and I feel like Papa John right now. The day of reckoning will come. But I was so flustered by her mighty presence, I didn't say anything. I know, I've heard Swan is an indomitable 7'12", so it's like, how do you even fight back against anything she does? Mighty presence. See, she's even speaking in all caps, which is what I imagine she sounds like in real life. Mighty presence, like that Swan. Like on the stream, she puts on this voice, like she's like a smaller person, but like, you know, like an average height. But then, like, when you meet her in real life, it's just like booming throughout the convention center. Hello, Honolulu. I have come to dominate your convention spaces. Fear me. She was awesome and adorable. I did give her a gold coin, though. A golden coin. A doubloon of some sort. Got a G-dang doubloon. Get complimented, stupid. No, dummy. That's what you get. What I say, your kindness begets kindness, and it's all your fault. Didn't your mother ever teach you that? You hush, Zotan? No, it's literally my job. Not really, but it's figuratively my job right now to be speaking. That's the point. Hello? Keeping the gold coin in my money purse for good luck. What if it's a cursed, Spanish... whatever the term for those golden coins were from the conquistadors. And if you keep it in your purse, you're gonna turn into a skeleton. What if that's exactly what's happened? What if that specifically is the case? What will you do? Bet you didn't think about that, did you? I kind of think of these things because I'm a genius. Always prepared. Oh, well, it was plastic, so I don't think that's the case. You don't think the conquistadors were rocking some BPAs? Little single-use plastics get to the bloodstream of all the fishies? I don't know. I don't know, dude. I think they could have. Need to revisit my world history. What the heck was the Cortez doing down there in the South Americas? He's over there rocking them disposable plastic bags, right? Yeah, that must have been him. Sounds right. So you're telling me he found it, knew it wasn't India, and started calling them Indians? That's right. That sounds preposterous. Who is this Christopher fellow? I don't know what character I'm doing. Southern gentleman who had just heard from his friend that Christopher Columbus called Native Americans Indians. It's a very specific character. Well, that just don't make no sense at all. I give up on that one. I need to make sure I make sure everything I hand out is free from curses. Energy you send out into the world comes back 3 times stronger, so I don't play with negatives. I get 3 times blessed by Legato. That's a high-level buff. I hope you don't take that for granted. Most people grind for that kind of thing. Overlay here. Now the blessing I gave to you resulted in 3 times the blessing returned me, so it was for their own benefit. Why is this so dark? I need brighter. And Swan was the high-level paladin in this hypothetical. So Legato was the one with the mightiest presence. The rule of 3 is a core rule in energy work. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm developing my energy-based magic power system. What are these layers even for? What were they? I don't know, and I'm panicking now. Oh god, Clip Studio, hang in there. It's just saving a document. Bigger. Bigger. Alright. Big wife with big muscle. Let's flip the camera. And then we'll do our final touch-ups on the flipped version. Which I think I need to do some adjustment on the eyeball. Right here. By energy work I mean like Reiki and aura stuff, spiritual stuff. I am out of my depth when it comes to that, I will admit. But I am familiar with the concepts. I realize she doesn't have eyebrows. I wanted to save them for when I could just throw them on over top here. So it was calculated the whole time, for sure, yep. That looks like her. There we go. And then we'll just move all this over. I think. There, now she is large wife. Back to your original orientation. And there she is. Not a bad bit of work for 2.5 hours, I think. she's beautiful. Thank you. Resplendent in all her glory. I'll be sure to post it in the Discord for you specifically. But yeah, that's it for me. I feel like I have sufficiently atoned for my sleeping through my stream schedule. So, yeah, with that, thank you all for stopping by. Go to my OBS. Where's my OBS? There it is. I found it. It was fun, I'm glad. Hope to raid you again. I don't know. I don't freaking know, dude. Maybe. Maybe. Elijah would. Maybe. Should have gone to bed 3 hours ago. I am so sorry. This is Swan's fault at the end of the day. That's all we gotta remember. Anyway, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for stopping by. Bye. No, I'll catch you guys later, whenever that may be. Thank you for the raid, Swan. Stinky Goblin, no, it's true. Probably a comic stream tomorrow, for sure. Unless I sleep through it again, in which case, oops. Bye-bye.